Hello and welcome to this Grammar Bites video about modifying comparisons. In other videos we have talked about how to make comparative adjectives. For short, one-syllable adjectives and adjectives ending in Y, we add ER or IER. And for longer adjectives we add more before the adjective. Here again are some examples. The adjective dirty, expensive, fast, stylish. The comparative adjective dirtier, more expensive, faster, more stylish. Here are some basic examples to compare two cars, a Ferrari and a Tofaş. The Ferrari is faster than the Tofaş. This Tofaş is dirtier than the Ferrari. The Ferrari is more expensive and more stylish than the Tofaş. Nothing new here, we have studied these before. But now let's look at why and how we modify comparisons. We said that the Ferrari is faster than Tofaş. This is true, but it doesn't give us much information. Yes, it is faster, but we can add more detail to the sentence. The Ferrari is a bit faster than Tofaş. This sentence is grammatically correct, but no. A Ferrari isn't just a bit faster. A Ferrari is much faster than the Tofaş. Yes, this is correct. A bit faster and much faster. These are two examples where we modify the comparison to give the sentence more detailed information. As we saw with the example of the two cars, we can use expressions to show how big the difference is between the two things we are comparing. Is the Ferrari a bit faster or much faster than the Tofaş? Let's look at some ways to modify comparisons. To show a big difference between the two things, we can use a number of words and phrases, such as a lot, far, much, and miles. These are followed by more, less, or ER comparatives in the sentence. We can use much too, followed by the adjectives. We can use not nearly, plus the as comparative structure. Or we can use not nearly, followed by the adjective and then the word enough. Here are some examples. It's much funnier than his last film, and the story is much more interesting. This restaurant is far better than the last one we went to. This is miles cheaper in the shop next door. I'll buy it from there. The supermarket is a lot more convenient because it's open every day, but the fruit here is much less expensive and far fresher. My house is much too far from here. I need to use the bus. His house is nice, but it's not nearly as big as yours. He wants his own car, though he's not nearly old enough to buy one. As well as words and phrases to show a big difference, we can also show a small difference by using a bit, a little, and slightly, followed by more, less, or the ER comparative. We can also use the phrases a bit too and slightly too, followed by an adjective. Last year was slightly more profitable than the year before. These trousers are a bit too short for me. Definitely a bit shorter than I need. My daughter wants something a little less colourful than this dress. We can also modify comparisons to show surprise when something is unusual or different from what we expect. We can use even or actually in the sentence. Maths was hard at high school, but this is even more difficult. The cinema was actually emptier than I expected. The weather in London is actually not as bad as people think. So far we have looked at how some words and phrases can modify our adjectives and comparatives. But we can also compare nouns in similar ways. This city has a lot more students than in the past. We don't have nearly as much money as we used to. We renovated our house and now we have slightly more space than before. We have 25% more class hours than last year, but actually slightly fewer tasks. Now it's over to you. There's a link below the video for extra practice. Have a great day.